I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where I'll lead you step by step through each of the ABRSM theory grades. There are loads of resources available to help you on my website. If you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets. You can download those in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. You'll also find a page with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also access information about the books that I have available. I've written How to Take Your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's an exam technique guidebook full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam, and also how to best make use of the time once you're in the exam room and you're starting to embark upon the exam paper on the day. So if you visit sharonbill.com, it's all there for you. If you can give me a like, that'd be really great. That'd be really encouraging to me. And please subscribe to keep updated. There's loads more to come. And so now if you want to turn with me to page 29, I'm going to refer to this as section I. So if I just jot that there, and then that shows you that it refers to section I in this PDF booklet here. Now there was lots and lots to read, and I do suggest that you just take the time to read through everything that's in this ABRSM Theory and Practice workbook, and I've tried to condense all of that down onto this one sheet here. However, although this is kind of a really huge section with lots and lots of examples, this is going to be quite a short video, sort of just one part video, because we'll just briefly look at this. However, this does not come into the exam at all now. You're not required to do this. It would have been an option between this or the 4-bar rhythm, and even when it was on the exam paper, I would always recommend that you do the 4-bar rhythm rather than this writing a rhythm to words. This section is much more labour intensive in exam terms. However, neither come on the exam syllabus now at all. However, nevertheless, it's of general interest, and so we'll just have a little look at this together, and then if you want to try some more of the examples, really there's very little right or wrong to do with this. There's just a few little points to bear in mind, but the possibilities are endless, and so really what you would write and what I would write could be very, very different. So I'm presuming that you've just had a little look through all of these, and I'm just going to skip ahead to page 34 so we can put all of that into practice. So I'm just going to summarise everything that's written as we go along and just put it into practice straight away. The first thing that you have to do is just read the poem, the given text, out loud, because we've got to find where the stress of each of these sentences falls. Sometimes the stress occurs on the first syllable and sometimes it doesn't. It's just like if you see in my little example here, if you say the poem out loud, roses are red, violets are blue, you can see that roses is the first word. However, with something like, say for example, a limerick, there once was a lady, there once was a lady from Norwich, there once, that's the first strong accent, and that accent, wherever it falls, must form the first beat of the bar. And so that's why you'd have an anacrusis here, because that will not be the first beat of the bar. There once must be the first syllable at the bar, and this would have to be a little upbeat beforehand. So first of all, we've got to decide where does the actual beat fall, and that will tell us where the bar lines occur. So you read the poem through, and if you just kind of mark an accent, like just give yourself a little mark, a pointer. So one road leads to London, one road leads to London, one road leads to Wales, my road leads me seawards to the white dipping sails. Let's do that again. One road leads to London. One road leads to Wales. My road leads me seawards to the white dipping sails. There we go. And so that's given us where our bar lines will fall. And so you will have to sketch out for yourself some bars now. Now, I always suggest that you try and make it fit into an 8-bar rhythm. And so let's find the halfway mark. So there's about half. I'm going to leave a gap so I'm not too squished. And then let's just give ourselves some equal bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That gives us our correct number of bars. And you can see how this is how your question and answer rhythms will also be helpful, because you can see the balance of the phrasing this way. Now, it's entirely up to you what time signature you choose. I'm going to go with, say, for example, 6/8, because we can see one road leads to London. That's how it's going to fall. And so you could first of all sketch out the rhythm in the most basic form. One road leads to London. One road leads to Wales. There's a bit of a gap. My road leads me seawards to the white dipping sails. Gap. There we go. And so it's entirely up to you which time signature you choose. However, if we only ever kept the rhythm that absolute basic, it would be a really uninspiring song. And so we've got to now kind of just jazz up those rhythms and give it a little bit of movement. So I'm just going to sketch in the words so we can see where the basics are going to fall in line with these little notes that we've sketched. And so we've got to divide the syllables if we've got more than one syllable. So let's just sketch out here. I'm going to write the words underneath. One road, leads to. Now we've got to divide the syllables. So you divide it in the middle of the word, split the consonants, London, comma. One road leads to Wales, comma. That's that bit. Carry on. So this is where our music's going to be. So I'm going to put the words here. I spelt road wrong. Silly me. I thought it looked strange. My road leads me. You have to squish your writing in. Split the syllables. Seawards. Now we've still got some words that didn't fit in. The accent's white here, so we've still got to fit in to the white. Now dipping is 2 syllables. Let's split those consonants. Dipping sails. There we go. And so we've got the basic rhythm of it, but we now need to just kind of jolly it along a little bit and give it a little bit more rhythmic interest. So I'm going to choose 6/8. You could choose any time signature that you wanted. So let's begin with the basics. One. So you can see there's the first accent. That leads is a second accent. That must be the second part of the bar. One road leads to, because there are the musical accents that must fit in with the accents of the words. One road leads to London. Now I could do a dotted crotchet again, but I think I'm going to just put a rest, just so if somebody was singing, they've got space to have a little breath, as it were. So we could do exactly the same again. One road leads to Wales. However, that wouldn't be terribly interesting in a musical sense. So let's try just, instead of long, short, let's have short, long, one road. And then let's use a duplet to make this group of two fit into compound group of three. Wales. And then again, I'm going to do another rest. I'll give a whole dotted crotchet, dotted quarter notes rest there, so the singer's got a good chance to get a gulp of air. So here we carry on. So we'll begin just like the opening, my road. However, just to kind of give things a little bit more interest, I'm going to tie that and just delay leads me. So I'm sort of definitely in the second half of the bar, but I've let the accent go. And now I'm just going to have leads me quicker there. C words to the, they can be quick just to match that, to the white, and then I think dipping can have the duplet effect again. And so just like when we're doing the question and answer rhythms in previous grades or this grade, we're sort of showing some sort of thematic similarities, but we're still sort of giving a little bit of change, just spicing things up a bit. And then we'll have a nice long note to finish. If it was that you got an anacrusis, you would have to balance each phrase to match the anacrusis, just the same as you would in the 4-bar answering rhythms. And don't forget that your last bar would need to add up with whatever the anacrusis was. So for example, this next one, a silver scale dragon. A silver is the first word, so you're going to have an anacrusis there, just as you would in the 4-bar rhythms. And so you can see that that's quite an involved exercise. You've got to find the accents of the words, you've got to match the accents of the words to the places that are appropriate in the bar, you've got to choose your time signature, but then you've got to kind of get things moving and just give a little bit of rhythmic variety. So it's quite a time heavy task, and so in an exam situation I wouldn't have suggested that you take this one. However, neither this nor the 4-part rhythm, the 4-bar rhythm, occurs in the exam at all, so you're quite within your rights to skip this entirely, but perhaps you might want to just have a little go just to get those skills under your belt. You never know when you might feel inclined to start writing some songs. I do hope that's been helpful to you. If you can give me a like, that'd be really fab, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's loads more to come. Please do visit sharonbill.com. There's lots there to help you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.